Good evening and welcome back to Frame of Midlife. It is Monday evening, no work today, it was bank holiday, and I have been a busy bee. I'm really quite impressed with myself. Definitely making a difference not having the computer easily to hand. As you may have seen on the short, 7:30 this morning, my lovely little flapjacks. So I had them for breakfast. Then we have made chicken fried rice with onions, peppers, sweet corn, and peas. That was for dinner. This is Kathleen's dinner. So that is made. We also have the extra for my lunch for tomorrow. And I was very sensible and boiled up the extra rice. And that is for Kathleen and I for tomorrow night, when we will have the chicken with spinach. And then that'll leave me enough for when I come in on Wednesday. So that has been really quite a busy day. But also, let me just show you, because I'm quite excited, and I know this is ridiculous, but I'm quite excited. Look, clear units. Now, that is not like me. There we go, I'm back. But I have noticed, and probably in the last couple of weeks, just when I've been, I don't know what's happened, that I've become a bit more positive. I think some of it is cutting down the gluten, because I'm not having my toast in the morning, and I'm quite conscious of not having pasta very often. I'm using more rice, potatoes, etc. Or just something's happened, I don't know. As someone at work said, the sun is shining. That can make a big difference to people's moods. So maybe that's what it is. But I have started clearing up after myself, which is a big deal for me. Normally I would leave my dishes from dinner until I got home from work the next day, and then put the dishwasher on and start dinner again. I have now started clearing up so that I'm going to bed with my work surfaces cleared. So fingers crossed that this carries on, because it's rather nice. I am liking it. It could have something to do with the fact that I've decluttered quite a bit recently and moved things about. So things are a bit clearer in other areas of the house. So that could be it. But it's definitely something's going on. Don't know what it is. But it was also, I was looking at that's me almost prepped for the rest of the week, dinners wise, food wise. And then I was also thinking, I had a wee thought of, we've done not bad money wise. We've cut down on our spending quite a lot in the last few years. And that's actually one of the main ways that I spend money. Is that if I cook rice, because I use the cooker, because I don't use the cooker very often because of the electricity costs, but I will cook a lot of rice, and then we'll have it through the week, and sometimes I will freeze some. Not very often, because it's not supposed to be the best thing for you, but sometimes I freeze rice. It can stay in the fridge for a couple of days, and that just means that I'm cooking once. And if that means that we have rice in different varieties through the week, then that's what we do. So, yeah, really feeling quite positive. So as I say, today there was the flapjacks at stupid o'clock in the morning. Then I came down and swept the sitting room, put a wash on, because obviously I'm at work tomorrow. Kathleen was back at work. Her first day back today seems to have gone okay, so that's quite good. Then did quite a bit of crochet because I'm about halfway through a blanket and have been for quite some time. So I've been trying to, get on with that this weekend. Rather than sitting with the computer in my lap, I've sat with my crochet in my lap. So instead of it just covering my knees when I'm crocheting, it's now halfway down my shins from a blanket, and it's quite a wide blanket. So I'm quite pleased with that. And then I started the cooking. Now I also have a plan. At work we were talking about homemade ice cream, and the suggestion was that I try the condensed milk and whipped cream ice cream. Now I haven't done it today because I had made a big enough mess with all the rice and the flapjacks and everything, so that had to get cleared first. But I'm thinking tomorrow, and no, actually, I'm telling lies. Probably Wednesday when I've got the half day, I will be looking at doing the ice cream with the condensed milk and cream, and we'll see how it goes. So that's going to be that plan. And I was looking for a big enough tub, thinking, well, how am I going to? And then I thought, why would I put it in a big tub? Because what happens? You just take more out of the big tub. So what I'm going to do, I've got a lot of the smaller tubs over there. So I'm going to put the ice cream into the smaller tubs so that you take out a small tub of ice cream and that's what you get. Rather than, because Kathleen and I are both guilty that if we like the ice cream, we'll go back and have seconds at it, but it's going to be, there's your small tub of ice cream, that's what you have. Fingers crossed that's how it works anyway. I guarantee nothing. But yeah, I just thought I'd come and tell you that it's really, the world's starting to turn here, which is a good thing. And as I say, I've got my, breakfast tomorrow is the porridge with the mangoes. I've already got the mangoes out the freezer. And I've got my fried rice for lunch. And then when I come in, I've got the spinach and the rest of the chicken. So we'll have that for dinner. And then that'll probably be the lunch. If not, we'll possibly have baked potato. But yeah, we're pretty much getting through things. Although some of the meals can be a bit crazy. I had, what was it I had? Was it Friday when I came in from work? I'd taken something out the freezer in the morning, and I have a pile of tubs in the freezer, and I'm not particularly sure what most of them are. I know they're all something I've cooked, and I've put them in tubs for freezing for later on. So I took the tub out, and I had some spaghetti left over from the night before, and I was like, well, I'm not going to waste that. So I had sausage casserole with spaghetti. Because why wouldn't you? I wasn't going to peel potatoes or use any of the dehydrated potatoes or any of the frozen stuff when I had pasta there. So I had sausage casserole and pasta because that was the food that was there. And why would I cost myself any more money? So yeah, sometimes we have some weird concoctions, I have decided. But that's all good because it's made a big difference. So yes, I'm rambling now. I'm so sorry. I am going to go make myself a cup of tea, settle down. It'll be my last cup of tea of the night, and then I'll get myself up the stairs, get my tea station all sorted, ready for tomorrow morning. Catch you later.